Hello and welcome to the PublishU Podcast. My name is Matt Bird and I want to welcome you today where we're going to explore real life stories of authors from around the world. Today we're talking to Samy Wilson from Cyprus, who's written a book called An Itinerant Nurse. Samy, welcome.
Good morning, Matt.
Nice to meet you. So Cyprus, I've never been to Cyprus. It's a place I'd love to go. Were you born there or what is your heritage from somewhere else, Samy?
I was born in Malaysia, so Malaysian Indian, Tamil. Yes,
And how did you end up in Cyprus, of all places?
Yes, first of all, I came to the UK to do nursing in 1972.
Wow.
And I did my nurse training there in Dartford, Kent, at Joyce Green Hospital. Then I went on to Lancashire, Burnley to do midwifery, married Brian Wilson there, and so worked there for a while, and then went on to Canada because I get itchy feet. I just want to travel, and found this lovely employers working in the north of Canada.
Wow. I love Canada. It's such a beautiful country and I love
Yes.
visiting. But I've been up to Vancouver, Toronto, Quebec, but I've never been all the way up north. Is it cold up there, Samy?
Very, very cold. Coming back to Cyprus, and then for retirement, we decided years ago, we bought a plot of land in Cyprus and we decided to retire here because Brian has got a niece here. We didn't have any children, so it was lovely to be retired here.
Ah, so you've retired to Cyprus for the sun and the relaxation.
Yes.
Wonderful.
Yes.
Brilliant. And so you spent a big chunk of your career in Canada. How long were you there for?
For nearly 35, 38 years, I was there. Yes. And but it was all northern nursing, northern Manitoba, Labrador, we considered northern, and Nunavut, which was Northwest Territories, but it broke away, so they became Northwest Territories as well as Nunavut. Northwest Territories had more the First Nations people.
Yes.
And Nunavut had a majority were Inuit.
Yes, amazing. And so which area of nursing did you specialize, or are you a general nurse, Samy?
Working in the north, I was a nurse for everything.
Yes.
So because it was what they call community health nursing, but it wasn't out in the community. We were out in the community, but it was a nursing, everything from emergency nursing to just like a GP in
a general practitioner nurse.
That's right. Yes.
Yeah, amazing.
Yes, it really meant a lot to me to be able to do that.
Yes.
Because it was learning every day.
Yes, absolutely. Always a new person to meet, a new problem to face.
Yes.
And Samy, what first made you think, I want to write a book? When did that thought first cross your mind?
Actually, when the pandemic started, and I decided I had to really talk myself out of traveling anymore in January 2020 because of all the troubles with traveling, the isolations and mask. It was just too much of a hassle. So I decided to retire, and I was 70 in January 2020.
Wow.
So I decided to start doing something at home. And I've always written diaries. All my life, I've been writing diaries. So every year there were lots of diaries. So it wasn't hard to sit and write, but it was just how to make it into a story. Yes. So that's where PublishU came into it.
Yeah. And so you did the PublishU Writing My Book course with a lovely cohort of people. What was it about the course that helped you the most, Samy?
It was the way that the whole thing was set up. You gave us the guidelines on how it should be constructed, the whole book. So that helped in many ways because I was just writing, and it wasn't constructive. But PublishU helped, you helped. Yes.
Yeah. We gave you structure, we gave you a process, a format. Wonderful.
Yes.
So Sammy, come on, we're dying to hear. Your book's been globally published. Tell us what the heart of the book is about.
It's about the people that I met in the North, but I've mentioned a lot of case histories without mentioning the communities or the people. And it's just being with this different league of nurses. I call them, unique nurses. We're just traveling up to working with them. And also the people that I met along the way.
Yes.
That's, yeah.
Yeah. So the people, the places, the situations you faced. So how do you feel that we've written your book, and now your book is globally published? How does that make you feel inside, Sammy?
Really excited, because the few friends, the colleagues whom I've been speaking to about my book, they're all excited to read about it. And the people that I worked with, and also the people that I was nursing, they're all looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's
Yes, so
amazing.
that's
They've
making
ordered
me
their copies, they've got them today, I'm sure, and they're
I think
reading
so.
away.
I
So you
think
must
they
have a
will be
sense
fine.
of, I don't try to think what the right word is. You must be a little bit proud, rightly proud inside that you've done this.
Yes, definitely. I'm proud, and so is Brian. He's proud that
Brian's
and
your husband?
yes, Brian, yeah, my husband, he's quite proud. Um, it's taken a lot. He's helped a lot because he has been with me in the North as well.
Yes.
So he's been able to clarify some things that I might have forgotten, and colleagues and friends of mine have clarified a few things. So yes, I'm really excited.
Yeah, it's wonderful, really wonderful. And looking back now on the whole journey of writing and publishing and now launching your book, what would you say is the biggest obstacle that you had to overcome, Sammy?
I suppose I had doubts about whether it'll get published, at all. So yes, I had to overcome that, but yes, but I think, Matt, you always said it's going to be published. You write it and it's going to be published. And that support was, I'm very grateful for that, and knowing that it is now published. Yes.
Yeah. And why did you have that doubt, Sammy? Where did that doubt that it wouldn't be published? What's that all about?
I don't know, Matt. It's difficult to say, I suppose. Not having published anything before.
Yeah. First time.
Yes.
First time for everything, Sammy.
That's right, yes.
And so people that are gonna listen today and they're thinking, oh, I'm gonna buy Sammy's book. In what ways do you think your book might inspire them and help them, Sammy?
To me, is if they were young nurses who are going to set off to the North, I think they might be excited to think that they will come across all those things that I have come across.
Yeah.
And you don't see northern lights all over Canada, only in the North. So that's one thing that people are really looking forward to, seeing the northern lights. The wildlife, when you're in the North, you come across the wildlife. like the polar bears, the foxes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so you see them.
Amazing.
Mm.
Well, Sammy, so anybody's going to be nursing overseas, anybody going to northern Canada, anybody interested in stories about the Northern Lights, this is the book for you.
Oh,
Well,
yes.
thank you, Sammy, and thank you all for listening to the PublishU podcast, featuring the real life stories of authors from around the world. If you're interested in becoming an author like Sammy, please visit our website, www.publishu.com. And if you enjoyed this broadcast, make sure you subscribe for more. Goodbye for now.
Goodbye.